So I got two phones. I got one for business and one for family. I like for some people to know that I'm not accepting their call. I look at it ring and don't answer. I want you to know I ain't pick up. I don't care what people think about me. I live for me.
If I'm holding hands with someone, I always try and crack their thumb like that because my mom always did that to me growing up. My favorite number is 82 because when I was younger, my best friend and I wanted a favorite number that was different than everyone else's, and I haven't changed it. I always offer my food to someone, my last bite or my leftovers, because my dad would always make sure that we were full before he finished his food. If I'm shopping and can't decide if I want to buy something or not, I make a mental note of what I think the price should be, and if it's under that, I buy it. Because that's what my sister does. I constantly stop to make sure that I'm happier in the process of reaching a goal versus the happiness I think I'll feel when I reach that goal, because that's how my best friend lives, and it's amazing.
Stay illiterate. You want to be strong? It's like put yourself together physically. Fair enough, man. Get brave and street smart. But then you could add some literacy to that and you're an unstoppable machine.
And I was running far away. Would I run off the wall someday? Nobody knows.
Hey, please don't scroll. This is just a reminder that life becomes way more meaningful when you realise that you only have moments once. You can't relive things, okay? You only have memories. And please just make the most of the time you have left, because you don't have long. You don't have long. You've got one life. Please just live it whilst you can. You've got this. I'm so proud of you.
You do not think.
For the most part, the public are very soft. You live in a dream world. You have no idea what goes on the other side of the world, that the harsh realities that these people are doing to themselves and then to our guys. And there are certain things that need to be done to take care of them.
Now, if people did start out with the impression before they had read your book that you were that a person who had killed upwards of 150 other people was a violent person, maybe a bloodthirsty person, I'm not sure that the book would free them of that feeling.
I really don't care what they think of me. I mean, I've got my family, I've got my friends. I'm not trying to make new friends. And the people who, if you actually spend time with me, you find out I'm just a fun-loving guy.
The average person tiptoes through life hoping they make it safely to death. What a dumb game. That's not a practice run. We get one shot at it.
I read from Carl Jung, it's an alchemical motif, in sterquilinus inventur, which is what you most want to be found will be found where you least want to look, essentially. And it's so interesting because it means that if you're willing to turn around and to stand up, say, and stand up straight and face the darkness like fully, what you discover at the darkest part is the brightest light. And that's something that's so much worth discovering, because there's going to be terrible darkness in your life. And it's going to make you cynical and bitter. And it could easily be that you're just not looking at it enough. Because if you looked at it enough and you didn't shy away and you brought everything you had to bear on it, you'd find that there was more to you than there was to the horror.
On Instagram, you might think, man, there are all these happy, beautiful people, and I'm not that good looking, and I'm not happy, so I must suck, and that's gonna make people sad. When in fact, those people you think are super happy, actually not that happy. Some of them are really depressed, they're very sad. Some of the happiest seeming people, actually some of the saddest people in reality.
When you grinding, man, you don't realize how much you on go. You just going, like you're just going hard the whole time, and you're not even thinking about your mental health. For basketball to be your stressor and your stress reliever, so to speak, for your career, I needed something to get away. With nature, I think that helps me a lot. It's weird because of the stigma within the Black community as far as mental health. We don't really get to express how we feel. You know, we're looked at in such a dominant, especially athletes, such a dominant manner to where they think that we bulletproof.
Loneliness is a signal or an invitation from God. It's a signal that God's inviting you to a closer communion with Him. God's with you. You're not alone. No matter how lonely you feel, it's an invitation to become aware of God's presence and an invitation to draw closer or more intimate in your thoughts with God.
What I mean is, in high school, I failed photography class. You know, that course where you take a picture of anything and you pass the class.
I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away.
It was when all the work.
You need to know that.
This is one motherfucking thing you can't be afraid to do. Do not be afraid to treat people how they treated you. Do not be afraid to treat people how they treated you.
And I need right